Underground.
That is motherfucking amazing.
Day 1 of the trip. Bags packed, bikes loaded, and we're finally rolling out. First stop, Skoota's place. A couple of fully loaded machines, ready for a weekend of camping and miles. The ride out of town was easy, just settling in, letting the road take us north. Nothing fancy, just miles ticking away beneath the wheels. By the end of the day, we found our spot by the lake. Tent set up, food cooking, first chance to relax. Not a bad way to end the first day. Good companies, full bellies, and the moon lighting up the water. Tomorrow we go further. Day 2. Leaving camp, we had one thing on our minds: showers. The road ahead promised us miles, but first we were on the hunt for hot water. After a quick gas stop and a Google search, we found a truck stop along our route that offered showers. Ready to get clean, we rode out. About an hour later, we arrived at Love's. Neither of us had had showers at a truck stop before, but we paid up, got our keys, and went for it. After a day of sweat and campfire smoke, those showers hit the spot. Clean and refreshed, we found Hooligan Harley Davidson in Oxford, Alabama. A must stop for a poker chip tradition and a chance to take a breather before pushing on. Next up, Nakalula Falls. From the overlook, it was absolutely stunning. But then we noticed people way down below, so curiosity got the best of us. We scrambled our way down a gnarly little trail. It was steep, slick, with huge rocks to climb over, but absolutely worth it. At the bottom, the falls were completely breathtaking.
Damn, that's a drop. We were up there a while ago taking pictures. Now we're all the way down here. Say what's up, bruh? What up, bruh? That's beautiful.
That's so fucking cool, man.
Now we under the waterfall. Look at this. And that's what you got to go through to get over it. Man, just look at that.
On our way to our next destination, our route led us along the top of Little River Canyon. This ride was magical, full of curves, cliffs, and endless views. This road really forced you to slow down and take it all in. Thanks to spending a little bit too much time along the canyon, we were almost late for our cave tour appointment at Cathedral Caverns. Hauling ass, we made it just in time. The caverns were stunning, and our guide Kim gave us an extended tour on the way back, sharing his love and his passion for the cave. It absolutely was an amazing experience.
Them G's going over a mile underground. Yes, sir.
concrete walkways, you'd have to go down that precarious little path that you see on the far wall over there. Now there's places where that pathway is only about 18 inches wide, and it's muddy, which means it's slick. It's also banked the wrong way because it's banked toward the drop-off and not toward the wall, and it's about a 20-foot drop down to the river. Now as a little boy, I used to come here with my parents, and I remember that pathway. Not so much the pathway itself, but the death grip my mother would have on my arm coming down that pathway. Absolutely scared to death there. Down below, you can see the river. Mr. Gurley named it the Mystery River because he didn't know where it started or where it went to. Today we know that it comes up as a spring.
By the time we crawled out of the cave, storms were closing in on us. Our camp spot for the night was riverside and prone to flooding, so we opted to go for a hotel room. After more than 30,000 steps, caves, canyons, and waterfalls, we were ready to crash. Day 3 started in Scottsboro, Alabama, with the road taking us north into Tennessee. First stop, Lookout Mountain and Ruby Falls. Ruby Falls was a pretty cool sight, but after Cathedral Caverns yesterday, it was hard to be impressed. Still, the tour was fun, and I managed to catch everyone off guard in the elevator with a surprise selfie. The picture says it all. Scoot, scoot! Scoot, scoot! Motherfucker, motherfucker! Hell yeah. After Ruby Falls, we stopped for some gas and some food. When we came out, we noticed a hell of a boat out at the pumps. We went over to speak to the owner, who was happy to show it off. He cranked it up, made some noise for us, and then we were on our way. With some time to spare before hitting the Skyway, Skoota suggested a detour to Conestoga Falls. It sounded simple enough until the pavement ended. A few miles of dirt getting rougher with every hairpin. We finally stopped to regroup. That's when things got even more complicated. Skoota went to move his bike, but the tent he had strapped to the seat had shifted to the right, and it snagged my bat wing, took it clean off the brackets. So there we were, deep in the woods, no signal, sun going down, and a broken bike. What else can you do but laugh? Skoota, being a straight MacGyver, broke out a ratchet strap and worked some magic. Shit is stronger now than it was before. We decided to bail on Conesaga Falls, so we went back to Tellico Plains, got some gas, and then I noticed that my tire was completely bald. Opting to not go further from home, we got some food and made camp nearby. The spot we found was great. Chirrahalla Mountain Trail, cabins and creekside camping, even Wi-Fi and a hot breakfast. While sitting around the campfire, Skoota couldn't seem to figure out his chair. Finally, we got comfortable and ready to get home. We called it a night. Day 4. We were tired, ready to get home, but Skoota spotted one last tiny waterfall and made sure it went on the list. Somewhere in here, I lost Skoota. Lots of turns and curves, and all of a sudden he was gone. I turned around and found him. My man needed a smoke. Not long after, I see Skoota back there waving me down. Turns out my trunk had bailed out, and it was back there just hanging on for dear life. But we gotta give a huge shout out to the cargo net for keeping everything together. Not the prettiest look, but hey, we made it home.